Think about this for a second. Lil Wayne, headline Super Bowl in New Orleans. How badly do you want to hear those words?
Just as bad as I wanted to see my name at the top of that list when I was that whatever age it was, and I would bust into the office and get that Billboard magazine.
Give me one more. Ah! Come on. 2 more. Just like that. You ready? Exactly.
So everybody want me to speak on this Super Bowl situation. Look, I'm mad about the situation just like y'all, man, but you know, my hatred is toward the NFL. You know, not really the people that booked the halftime show. I'm mad at the people that hired the motherfuckers that booked the halftime show. I feel like y'all should step in. Y'all done threw 11 Super Bowls in New Orleans, man. Y'all have yet to put a hip-hop artist from New Orleans on the damn Super Bowl.
New York's legendary rap goddess Nicki Minaj has criticized Jay-Z for choosing Kendrick Lamar to headline the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. She argues that the honor should have gone to Lil Wayne, as the game will be played in his hometown of New Orleans. Denying a young black man what he rightfully put into this game for no other reason but your ego, Minaj wrote. Your hatred for Birdman, Drake, and Nicki got you punishing Lil Wayne? Lil Wayne, dog, the GOAT. Nola, what's good? In another post, Minaj wrote, God forbid if Wayne was to leave this earth right now, the culture would be in mourning. That's why so many people keep saying to give our legends their flowers while they are still around to smell them, sitting around all day playing games with people's life and legacy. Several other associates of Lil Wayne, including Birdman, Master P, Cameron, and Mace, also called out Jay over his decision to book Lamar. Like Minaj, Birdman and Mace suggested, without evidence, that Jay-Z had passed over Lil Wayne due to a feud with Drake. For his part, Wayne expressed his desire to headline the Super Bowl halftime show in an interview earlier this year. I will not lie to you. I have not got a call, Wayne said during an appearance on YG's 400 podcast. But we are all praying, we keeping our fingers crossed. I'm working hard. I'm going to make sure this next album and everything I do is killer. So I'm going to make it very hard for them to, I want to just make it hard for them not to highlight the boy. Jay-Z has curated the Super Bowl halftime show since 2020. Aside from Dr. Dre's 2022 performance, no reason Wayne couldn't appear as a special guest during Lamar's set. It was announced this past Sunday that Kendrick Lamar, who has long established himself as hip-hop royalty and one of the best-selling artists of this generation, would headline the Super Bowl L9 halftime show in New Orleans in February 2025. The news has generated mixed reactions, with some fans and artists arguing that honor should have gone to Lil Wayne, given his Louisiana roots. However, he went on to write, as ambassador of entertainment in the city of New Orleans, I have to agree with the fans that Lil Wayne should be a part of this celebration as well. He's one of the greatest hip-hop artists alive, still relevant, and he's a New Orleans native. Cameron and Mace also shared their opinions on their It Is What It Is podcast on Monday. Cameron said, I think he's one of the top artists of this generation, but was quick to follow up by saying he hates this selection. It's in New Orleans, you don't get Lil Wayne, that's what we're doing, Cameron asked. There's no reason Lil Wayne should not be performing at this Super Bowl, he added. Cameron then implied Lamar's selection was payback for Weezy's ties to Drake and that there's some backstory going on, which allegedly involves Jay-Z. Lil Wayne not performing is egregious and it's gotta stop, he said. Mace signed off on Cameron's comments and said the situation was so sad. On the other hand, Boozy Badazz, a Baton Rouge native, sure didn't mince words in his post on X. He said selecting Lamar was a smack in the face to every hip-hop legend from Louisiana and tagged Master P as well as Birdman. This shows they never wanted y'all to knock on the door in the first place because they still trying to lock it. He also referenced how Dre and Snoop were able to headline when the Super Bowl was in Inglewood and felt it was disrespectful. Louisiana legends can't do their thing. Trying to calm the storm, Jay-Z has explained his reasoning behind selecting Kendrick as the headlining performer at the Apple Music Super Bowl, take the stage during the halftime show, which will take place during Super Bowl in New Orleans in February 2025. Kendrick Lamar is truly a once-in-a-generation artist and performer, Jay-Z said of the 17-time Grammy Award winner. His deep love for hip-hop and culture informs his artistic vision. He has an unparalleled ability to define and influence culture globally. Kendrick's work transcends music, and his impact will be felt for years to come. Being that Kendrick previously performed during the star-studded Super Bowl halftime show, helmed by Dr. Dre in 2022, and that Lil Wayne has publicly campaigned for the opportunity, made the decision seemingly that much more polarizing. But millions of fans are now convinced that the recent rap beef between Kendrick and Drake cost Lil Wayne his Super Bowl performance. So, the story goes like this. One is a chart-dominating artist who pops streaming records as frequently as he does champagne bottles. The other is possibly the greatest rapper of all time, with multiple Grammy wins and a Pulitzer Prize to his name. Many fans would agree that Drake and Kendrick Lamar operate in entirely different lanes. Drake entertains with summery rap pop jams such as One Dance and Hotline Bling, dabbling in trap, dancehall, and R&B along the way. While Lamar has asserted himself as a deft lyricist capable of blending street smarts with a literary wit. Yet, their once friendly relationship has descended into years of traded barbs and thinly veiled disses fueled by fans who clash over which one is the better artist. In March, Lamar managed to spark a fan frenzy with his latest rap feature on Future and Metro Boomin's Like That. In it, he directly responds to a verse by fellow rapper J. Cole on Drake's 2023 song First Person Shooter. Then Cole rapped, "Love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot? Is it Aubrey or me? We the big three like we started a league, but right now, I feel like Muhammad Ali." K-Dot is a nickname given to Lamar, while Drake's birth name is Aubrey Drake Graham. On Like That, Lamar appeared to dismiss Cole's suggestion that they are on the same level as artists. Mother of asterisk, 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 the big three. And it's just big on me, he rapped. And what? I'm really like that, and your best work is a light pack. Meanwhile, as Drake compared his commercial success to that of Michael Jackson, Lamar referenced the historic beef between the King of Pop and Prince during the 80s, and Prince outlived Mike Jack. Kendrick dropped not one, but two diss tracks in the space of a week, Euphoria and 616 in LA, then fully ignited an all-out feud between the two hip-hop titans after they initially started out on friendly terms. Lamar and Drake were once on relatively friendly terms, with the Canadian artist inviting Kendrick out on his Club Paradise headline tour. In an early career interview, Lamar said that he and Drake clicked immediately, describing the fellow rapper as a genuine soul, and revealing that Drake was the first person outside of his immediate team to hear his debut album, Section 80. Drake later invited K-Dot to feature on his forthcoming second album, Take Care. Around the release of Lamar's critically acclaimed second album, Good Kid, Mad City, on which Drake featured, tension appeared to begin brewing between the pair, seemingly in part due to their differing attitudes towards wealth and fame. While Kendrick Lamar tends to avoid sharing details of his personal life on social media, Drake is known for frequently posting about his lavish lifestyle to his millions of Instagram followers, from private jets to couture and luxury cars. Lamar discussed this openly in interviews, hinting that he believed bragging about money and fame was superficial and that his own music tackled deeper matters. The two also seemed to grow colder towards one another as Lamar began to experience commercial and critical success, scooping major awards and receiving universal praise for Good Kid, Mad City, and being invited to star on tracks by other major artists. In public, Drake continued to congratulate Lamar for a number of his successes until 2013, when Lamar dropped a verse on Big Sean's track Control that made it clear he considered himself above other rappers, including Drake. While rappers such as ASAP Rocky, who was also name-checked, seemed pleased to be name-checked by Lamar at all. Believing his competitive nature to be healthy for hip-hop, Drake seemed less enamored. Was that real, or was that just for the people? He asked in an interview on Hot 97 after Lamar's guest verse came out. Those were harsh words, right? It's like, you can't just say that and then see me and be like, yeah, man, pretending like nothing ever happened. That's not real, man. Drake doubled down on this stance in a later interview where he implied that Lamar was more about a moment than creating bodies of work, questioning whether he would release something that could top Good Kid, Mad City. He then released his third album, 2013's Nothing Was the Same, in which he appeared to take aim at Lamar on the language, rapping F and E-N that's talking that as just to get a reaction. On the same track, he referred to himself as the kid with the motor mouth, I am the one you should worry about. He also seemed to mock Lamar's attitude towards wealth, rapping, and downplaying the money, but that's what you do when the money is down. On a recent episode of the What's the Dirt YouTube show, in which host Matt delves into beef between prominent hip-hop artists, it was suggested that Drake was contemptuous of Kendrick's rapid-fire delivery and felt that his own music had more substance. It's clearly about Kendrick, he said, citing instances where the LA native appeared to laugh at Drake's expense during interviews and suggesting K-Dot might have said something behind the Hold On singer's back, which later made its way to him. Drake's resentment might have grown after Lamar seemingly mocked him for being sensitive during a freestyle with Schoolboy Q, J-Rock, Absol, and Isaiah Rashad. Nothing's been the same since they dropped Control and tucked a sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. Fans were convinced he was talking about Drake, given he'd cited the title of the fellow rapper's recent